Hello, Leo. This is Mary with Sayre Tarot. This is your second half of September 2020. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, those who donate, those who buy products and book readings with me. I truly appreciate you. And if you need any information to accomplish any of those things, that would be in my description box. We're going to start with the Archangel Power cards. First card out is New Beginnings. This is Archangel Jeremiah. Starting a new life, finding your purpose. A forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So sorry. Okay, so your second card out is going to be from the Enchanted Map. Let's see if we can get one to pop here. I struggle with that because my hands are not very big. So, okay. So this is commitment. This is 36. Okay. So the new beginnings may involve considering a commitment that you are recently in, and a contract. You may want to review the contract. Sometimes contracts are meant to be broken. They're not meant to be broken. They need to be broken for happiness. You know, there's all kinds of reasons for that. Maybe the contract wasn't thought out carefully. Maybe it didn't serve both parties. Maybe by ending the contract now, you will save yourself much suffering, or somebody will save themselves much suffering. And it can mean to possibly end a commitment that you have with someone. That is part of the new beginnings. A compassionate review of the past. Maybe the commitment that was broken, and one needs to release any anger or sorrow or blame, because this is all part of the journey that got you to where you're at. And if it feels negative, then it may be forgiveness that still needs to happen. And when you've been the one hurt, or maybe feel like you were the one betrayed, that's hard to hear somebody say. I understand that. But at some point, we will be able to forgive them and ourselves for choosing them. That's part of it. Sometimes we're so mad because we put up with it, or we kept thinking it was going to get better, or we believed them. So we blame ourselves, But we could be there, but we're not responsible for other people's bad behavior. We're responsible for continuing to be around it, All right. So the next card we're going to pull from the Amente deck. Having a little bit of trouble today. My hands hurt from so many days of work in a row. Okay. Well, this must be it because I jumped on the floor. Okay, I speak with good intent. Okay. So this is really important because words, thoughts, they're like spells. Well, words especially are like spells. That's why when we were in school and we were learning how to formulate a word with letters, that we call this spelling, right? I love the origin of words and stuff. So this is a stork here, right? No, it looks like it. No, maybe it's a vulture. That beak. Maybe a vulture. But so this reminds me of when we speak something, that information goes out into the ethers, and or when we think something also. Why am I going there? Because thoughts become things, and they have vibration in them. They have intent in them. So here's something, a way that, okay, let me just say this to you. That person is always doing bad things, okay? I don't understand why they continue to hurt people. Okay, versus this person is struggling right now, and I know they're doing the best they can. And unfortunately, they're hurting, so they hurt others, because hurt people hurt people. Okay, so some people intentionally hurt others, but most people don't. Most people don't. Now, there's people that don't care if they're hurting others, and that's something also. But it's back to this commitment thing. Once we see where our truth lies, then we can make decisions. But if we can't admit it, then we can't see it. And if we continue to speak negative thoughts and think negative things, if we're thinking about the person they're with, what does that say about us? If you say this person is always cruel to me, then why are you being cruel to yourself by staying there? Okay. And I know there's mitigating circumstances and all this, but at some point we have a choice to say, I could just take a bus and go get the first job I can see, And I know there's kids and all that. I know. My mom left us. We left stepdads with nothing. I'm not saying that should be everybody's path, but there are ways to move forward. I'm not judging at all, okay? Let's take a breath. I'm just saying that if we speak with good intent, then it shifts the energy, and it shifts the outcome, and it shifts the opportunities, okay? And it allows others to heal. If we say they've always been like that, then we leave them in that vibration. We hold the space for them to always be like that, instead of saying, I know they're going through a difficult time and they'll do better. And maybe right now the best thing for me to do is to step away and allow them to finish this process. Or I'll do what I can when I can, but I refuse to enable them. So there's lots of different ways to still be supportive and not totally bail on somebody. Because it does come down to, would we want somebody to do that to us? But in the end, if there is cruelty and safety involved, then we must act accordingly. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet. I'm just listening. So in this new place, it's possible you're being asked to do things differently. Because when you're in this new beginning phase, what we don't want to do is create the same patterns, is to continue the same patterns. Because that would be the same beginning. That would be a repeat, right? Also, let me just keep going. Tangled Wishes. I'm going to read this one for you. And I'm going a little bit slow, but they're asking me to slow down. This is a ladybug. I think it's for me as well as you. Ask for assistance, healing, angels, path, manifest. Okay. So there's a backstory here I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Ladybug originated in Europe during the Middle Ages when insects were destroying the crops. Legend says that Catholic farmers prayed to the Virgin Mary for help, and it wasn't long before ladybugs appeared and ate the pests that were destroying the crops. The farmers referred to the bugs as the beetles of Our Lady. Oh my gosh, I love that. With the red wings and representing the Virgin Mary's cloak, and the black spots, her joys and sorrows, are her joys and sorrows. So the message with the ladybug is to let go, ask for help, and accept that help. We receive messages frequently, but are often too stressed out, too contained within our own grief, or just too stubborn to see the messages between the worlds. Whether you have experienced a death, divorce, breakup, or just feel as if you lost your life's purpose, it's so easy to get caught up in the negative. The smog only gets deeper and deeper the longer you allow yourself to sit within it. How do you get out of the smog? Sit and just be. So many times when we are experiencing loss, we are afraid of going within our own mind and actually grieving. It's okay to grieve. It doesn't mean you are weak. It makes you human and is part of the healing process. It is also all right for you to seek assistance from those who can help. Know the angels, spirit guides, animal guides, and those here on the earthly plane are ready to and willing to assist. You just have to make the first move. Just like Christmas lights, our life wishes can be tangled up in a mess. Step by step, with patience and perseverance, you can untangle your wishes into something actual and real. Life is good. Have faith that you can move forward. Your path may be a tangled mess now, but you have to believe, because sitting there sulking in sadness won't help you get to where you want to be. It's time now for you to dream. It's time to manifest your goal and be clear on your wishes. And also, it's time to keep your commitment to yourself. Okay? Make a commitment to yourself to engage in this new beginning and to release the past and move forward. Speak with good intent, because your words are like seeds in your garden of life. I'm just listening. And that miracles happen all the time, okay? I'm going to, they're asking me to pull some tarot on all of this, especially the commitment, because that's the backstory that's coming through. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to pull, I'm just getting the deck out. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get some information on this new beginnings and whether you're being asked to leave behind. It does feel like it's this commitment and the pain from the commitment. All right. I just dropped the card. This is how it was impossible or difficult to work with what you were working with in the past. Okay. Leo. Trying to figure. Okay, let's get more information on that 3 Pentacles reverse, please. Not feeling that good, so that's why I'm going slower too. I got a story. Got destiny. Something destined happened, okay? There's something that was destined. So it was meant to go that way. It was meant to be, something was meant to be left behind. That was part of the lesson. Whatever it is that you're being asked to leave behind and forgive in yourself and others was part of the lesson. Next one is 6 of Swords, because you need to go to a safe place. It's time to go to that safe place now that you have been able to discern where you're not safe. Place of healing. So then I have the 2 of Swords. Might have been in a place where you couldn't. This is really a disturbing card. So being caught where you can't make a decision, it's very disturbing because it completely takes away one's power. So now you made a decision. Now a decision had to have been made. It had to end. Because 7 of Cups, because there was an illusion. Somebody was living in an illusion. And maybe you were just an option. Maybe you were treating somebody like an option. Maybe they're the ones that ended the commitment. And so the question here, whichever side you're on, Leo, what did you learn? What did you learn? Because did you learn that we didn't want to repeat this cycle? It looks like that may have happened. Let's look at this commitment now. So I have the Prince of Swords reversed. So it could be that there's a major disruption about Queen of Cups, water sign, feminine energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but another card. You're having to walk away because of what was found out about it. Let's go back to this card here, that the commitment. So maybe they walked away from you. They found out something. Queen of Cups walked away because she knows what she wants and she knows she's worthy of love, and that was not being met here. Somebody walked away, but somebody's still there. Somebody's stuck, like they want to come back. Somebody walked away, but there's really no, yeah. It needs to be left behind. Even though somebody may feel attached, may still feel the strings tied to this. It's time to forgive and release it. Okay, let's look at speaking with good intent, okay? And I hear what you're saying, but quit fighting it. That's what they're saying. Just let it go. It needs to be released. It's done, okay? That doesn't mean it can't come back. I'm not saying they're saying it is. I haven't pulled anything here, okay? A lot of relationships are healing and coming back. Anything's possible, yes, okay? So let's look at strength, because in this deck, strength is card number 11, which is about balance. It's balancing our courage, our desires, and our fears, okay? But this is being out of balance in that. And look at his face. He's kind of very obsessed. I don't know if you can see his eyes. They're like almost glowing. He's crossing fire to get to what he wants. That is on, there's a dragon back there. Oh, it looks like that he slayed the dragon. He sure did. Look at that. There's a dragon. He slayed the dragon. This is a new deck. So, speaking with good intent. I can never slay the dragon. I'm just not strong enough. That is not good intent. So, good intent is, I can overcome anything. I can rise from the ashes. I can rebuild. I can do anything, okay? And I am loved. That relationship may have been difficult, but I learned something. And I'm stopping this pattern, speaking with good intent, okay? And this is great. So this is the Ace of Wands. This is fire. This is the beginning. This is rebirth. This is finding your passion again. It could be a renewed relationship, but we don't have strength there. Let me see, get another card. The Nine of Pentacles. This is about being single and successful. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to not give your power away? To embrace your power, build your abundance, and build your own fortune. Build your own success. And walk in your own power. I can do anything. If I built this with someone else, I can build this by myself. Because here's the thing. If you've been carrying somebody, you could definitely carry yourself. Because sometimes we think when we're not, well, how am I going to make it without someone else? Were they taking from you? Were you paying more in bills and this and that because of it? Then you can. And was it taken from you in time and emotion and health? Because if you can focus on yourself and be a place of centeredness and truth and desire of what you want for you, not to fix you, but what you've always wanted, then that's a place of creation. It's a place of coming back and finding yourself again. Okay, so we're going to look at the Tangled Wishes. So I have the Two of Pentacles. This is, when it's upright, it's that juggling energy, but it's no longer being juggled. It's choosing one path and one focus, you know? It could be financial loss. There was financial loss usually with divorces or breakup. There is some kind of financial loss if you were living together. And then I have the Eight of Wands. And this is fast moving, fast motion moving forward. It could be downloads from the universe. It could be communication. Let's see if we get another card. It's an 8 of Swords, and this is anxiety. So maybe, okay, so this is communication about anxiety. Let me get one more card here. 2 8s. This is the moon. So it's kind of graphic. I'm going to cover that. So the moon reversed is about the dark, needing to uncover more information so you can conquer your anxiety. This is the reason you may give your power away, to not think like you're enough, to look at others what you haven't been able to provide for yourself. And that's going to have to do something with some kind of trauma of the past. So when you get to a certain point and you start reacting instead of acting from a place of power, that's where you know that trigger is. So it's time to review the past again. Compassionate review of your past, when this triggering happened. What about this person and how this has been a common theme in your past relationships? So you can conquer this and truly move forward, because this is kind of blocking you, this anxiety. It's almost like you're not going anywhere because you're being pulled and pushed. But there's desire here and there's momentum that if you just could clear this, you would move very quickly in the direction you want. Okay. I'm just listening. So you want to know about this person? If there's a possibility of reuniting for some people. Because this is, somebody left somebody at the altar here because of their shadows. And any of this energy can be flipped around all or in part, So, all right, let me just get a couple more cards. This new beginning can be a new beginning in a relationship, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Perspective. 6 Michael. 5 Raphael. Okay. So, a new perspective needs to be taken. So the breakup, okay, whatever happened, the breakup, it was important. It needed to happen I think it's almost like if for the new perspectives to take place. So a new perspective would need to happen for both people, because there's 2 people participating, right? If there wasn't a little bit of distortion in both, then there would have been no interaction, okay? So Archangel Chamuel says there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight, dare to be different. Dare to look at what it is that has been triggering you. Work on you first, okay? As you work on you, you will have insight to this other party. It just happens automatically. And a lot of things will soften up about the way you feel. 6 of Michael. So this is, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So this is going to somewhere safe. This is needing, so a new perspective and needing to be in a safe place so one could light their own way, walk their own path and not be in that stuck energy. And it's like going to safety, going to a safe place. There is travel. One could be moving, so maybe there may have been moving when the breakup happened, and that's pretty common. Why is this needed? Because we don't want to keep making these same cycles go round and round. Okay, the 5 of Raphael is a 5 of Cups. This is the regret that happens, and there's regret. There's mourning that happens when something breaks up or is over. and there's pain. So everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So what is the silver lining? Well, we know that it's a new perspective. We know it's a safe place. And we also know there's a rebirth here and being able to do for ourselves, fend for ourselves. And understanding that speaking with good intent is one of the most important places to start. And how miracles happen out of nowhere. And sometimes our wishes seem tangled, but it's up to us to untangle and keep what we want and release the rest. Okay? That was a tangled reading. Love you, Leo, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.